right, everybody set. Welcome, guys, to our Mission Fit workout for the month of July. Today, we're going to start with a bodyweight warm up as usual. We're going to start by reaching to our toes, reaching up as high as we can, down and up. Followed by trunk rotations. Open up wide, 20 windmills going side to side, keeping your legs straight. Feet together. Good morning. So we're going to hinge at the hip. Next, up, one arm down, 10 windmills per side. And touch our foot if possible. Bend your knees slightly. Try to keep the arm that is up as straight as possible. Ten on the other side. All right, we're going to follow up with 20 jumping jacks. Twenty high knees on the spots. And 20 butt kicks. Next up, we have 5-inch worms. We're gonna bend over, hands to the mat, walk your hands out, all the way into a push-up position. You can start by putting your hips to the mat and get all the way down, chest to the mat, then back up, same way. And let's walk our hands back to a standing position, or you can do a full push-up. Once you get to a plank position, straight down, up, walk, and stand. 3 more. Nice. And the last one, we're gonna do 10 shoulder taps, 10 hip taps, and 10 toe taps from our plank position. I'm gonna go 10 here. Hip taps. And toe taps. And that is all for the warm up. We're gonna take deep breaths through our nose, and we're gonna make sure to calm our heart rate down just a little bit in order to get into our movements. Next up, guys, we're gonna go through 9 different stations for 40 seconds of work and 20 seconds of rest. We're gonna rest 1 minute in between rounds, and we're gonna do that 3 times. Our movements, the first one is going to be squats into your tippy toes, right? For a squat, we're gonna start by hinging on our hip. We do not want to start with our knees on a squat. We always hinge back into our hips like we're sitting down. And we're going to work our way down as low as our body allows us to. If something hurts, just don't go as slow. Go very controlled on the way down, and then a little bit faster on the way up to end up on your tippy toes. We go down and up and to your tippy toes. If something bothers you, you can always sit on a chair, couch, whatever you have at your house, and it's going to allow you to have a guide behind you in order to feel safe to go a little bit lower with good control and make sure that you only explode on the way up. Next up, we have our deck squats. Deck squats start from a standing position. We're going to bend our knees. We're going to get our back to the mat, all the way laying down on the mat, and then from here we're going to get up. We can rock our way up into a standing position, or we can use our hands and help ourselves, right? This is very important. Our ability to get to the ground and off the ground gracefully, right? Especially as we get older, it is very important to be independent. So we're going to go from standing down, put our backs on the mat. If you need help with your arms, you can place your hand on the mat and then find a graceful way to get up to your feet every single time. We're going to do that for another 40 seconds. Then we rest for 20, followed by some push-ups. For push-ups, okay, whether you can do a full push-up or not, we're going to try our best, and we're going to start from the bottom. What do I mean by that? Chest is going to go to the mat or the rug, wherever you're at, and our hands are going to be next to our shoulders. From here, we're going to work our way up. Whether you can do it like this or like this, we're still getting the full benefit of going all the way down and all the way up. So we're starting from the bottom, we're working our way up. Do not worry about what it looks like right now. I promise you, it will not look like that forever. Next up, we have our sit-ups. Sit-ups, classic movement. We're gonna start from a butterfly position, and from here, we're gonna use our arms to help us swing up a little bit. So, butterfly stretch here. We're gonna go down, we're gonna swing our arms up, and tap in front of our toes here on the mat every single time. That's another 40-second station of sit-ups. Then we're gonna do leg lifts, laying on our back, legs together. We're going to raise our legs up and bring them down, nice and controlled. The legs never touch the mats. Next up, we have Russian twist. We're gonna be sitting on our bottoms. We're gonna lean a little bit back so we can activate the core. I do not care if your feet are off or on the mat. If you can challenge yourself and get them off the mat, it's better. But as long as you are leaning back, your core is gonna be active. Both hands go to one side and both hands go to the other side. Alternating, feet off is a little bit harder. We can try that out too. You can do feet off halfway, and then once you're really tired, just put your feet down, just stay leaning back and make sure you push yourself. Next up, we have our lunges. Lunges go from standing position, feet together. We're gonna take a step forward. After we step forward, we only go down. We do not go forward anymore. We take a step forward, go straight down, up into a standing position again. Switch legs, same thing. Notice that after I step, I am not going any further forward. I'm stepping and I'm going straight down, bending both my knees into a 90-degree angle and back to standing. We have 40 seconds of those lunges. And next up, we have our froggers. We're going to have hands on the mat. Options here are to jump, bend our knees, and back, or step, step, step back, and step back. We keep alternating for 40 seconds. Okay, and last one, best one, we're gonna do a plank. Isometric hold of our core, elbows on the mat, and we're going to hold. The goal here is to look like a picture. If I were to take a video of you, you would think that it froze. We cannot move at all, okay? So those are our stations. We're going to work for 9 different stations, and we're gonna rest for 1 minute in between rounds. 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. Let's get ready. 2, 1, go. We're going to start with our squats. 3, 2, 1. Time. Rest. Shake it off. We're going into our deck squats. We're resting for 20 seconds. You have the timer up here so you can have a visual of where we're at. And so we have our deck squats. You're falling into our backs. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. We're going down, back to the mat. We can use our hands to get up, or we can roll and roll up all the way to standing. However you get up, do your best. I can get up like this, use my hand, pull myself out, right down, same thing. Other side, use my hand, up, and we are working. Now hands, another option. 2, 1, time. Great work so far, guys. We're gonna go into our third station. We have our push-ups starting from the bottom, chest to the mat, and from there, we work our way up. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. From the bottom, all the way up, and all the way down. Three, two, one. Time. Awesome work. We're resting for 20 seconds. Next up, we're going into our sit-ups. Deep breaths. Have our butterfly stretch. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Back to the mat. Swing your arms up. And we get all the way to the top. Ten seconds. 2, 1. Rest. Next up, we have our leg lifts. Laying on our backs, legs together and straight, up and down. Control on the way down. You can explode on the way up a little bit. Keep your core engaged. Make sure your back is flat on the mat. You can place your hands under your glutes for comfort if you feel like that's going to help you. See on our backs. Up and down. Two, one, time. Awesome work. So we have our Russian twist. We're going to lean back and tap our hands on each side of our body. Let's get to it. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Side to side. Both hands touch. Leaning back. 3, 2, 1, time. Next up, we have our lunges. We're gonna be standing position, step forward, down as low as you can, and then back to standing. We do that alternating legs every single time. Less than 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Two, one, time. Next up, we have our froggers, hands on the mat in a plank position. Bring our knees to our chest, either both at the same time or one at a time. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Either go here or here. Two, one, time. And last one, we have our planks. We're gonna do elbow planks for 40 seconds. 10 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Three, two, one, time. And we're gonna rest for 1 minute. 1 minute rest. Take deep breaths, have some water, and let's cool down a little bit so we can get into round number 2. Same exercises, a little bit more intensity on that round if you can. And let's just try to get through the end. Got 2 more rounds to go. Control your breathing. Do not let your breathing dictate your heart rate. Take deep breaths, try to calm down, and we're gonna get into round 2 very shortly. All right, that minute does go by fast, and we have, say, 15 seconds left of our rest. We're going into squats, into our tippy toes. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Down, up. 3, 2, 1. Rest. We have our deck squats next. Falling into our backs. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Fall onto our backs. 1. 3, 2, 1. Time. Next up, we have our push-ups. 40 seconds. Start from the bottom. Work your way up. 3, 2, 1. Go. 2, 1. Time. Awesome work. Next up, we have our sit-ups. Butterfly stretch. Swing our arms up and get into a sit-up position. 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 2, 1. Time. Awesome work. Next up, we have our leg lifts. Legs together and straight. Up and down. Laying on our backs. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Go. 3, 2, 1. Time. Next up, we have a Russian twist. You also lean back, keep that core tight. Tap on each side with both hands. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Time. Next up, we have our lunges, alternating legs. We're going to get into lunge position and back up to standing every time. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Go. Two, 1, time. Next up, we're going into our froggers. We're going to go into a plank position and work our way to getting our knees to our chest, either at the same time or alternating. Three, 2, 1, go. Or 2, 1. Time. Last one, we have our plank, elbow plank. Three, 2, 1. Let's go. Two, 1. Time. We're gonna rest for 1 minute. Control your breathing. Try to get as calm as possible to go into a third round. Just crush it. Drink some water, whatever you need to do. Let's get ready. This minute does go really fast. So let's get into it soon. We have 18 seconds back into our squats, into our tippy toes for round number 3. 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Get someone in real quick. You guys keep going. Squat with the tippy toes. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Rest. We have our deck squats next. onto our backs. You can use your hands, or you can swing all the way up to standing. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Down. You can help with your hand. Come up, or you can rock all the way to standing. Last one. 3, 2, 1. Time. Next up, we're going into our push-ups, starting from the bottom. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start from the bottom. Work your way up, however you can. Two, 1. Time. Next up, we are going into our leg lifts, laying on our backs, legs together and straight, up and down. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Two, 1. Time. Next up, we have our Russian twist. We're gonna lean back so our core activates. Either feet off the mat or on the floor, it does not matter. Just make sure you're leaning back, squeezing those abs. 3, 2, 1, go. Three, 2, 1. Time. Next up, we have our lunges from standing to a lunge position, 90-degree legs, and do not move too far forward. Two, 1, go. One at a time. Let's finish strong. Three, 2, 1. Time. froggers. We're gonna go for our froggers, and then we have our plank. We're good to go. 5, 3, 2, 1. You can go one at a time. But both at the same time. 2, 1. Time. Last one. We have our low plank, and we are done getting into our pull-on stretch after that. Three, 2, 1, go. Two, 1, time. Awesome work, guys. You just got through 3 rounds, 9 stations, 40 on, 20 off. Now we're gonna get into a pull down stretch. Drink some water, breathe, and let's get into it. I'll give you 30 seconds. Have some water, try to relax. As soon as we're done with our workout, we want to go from sympathetic to parasympathetic. We want to go from active mode to rest mode and recovery as soon as possible. So we can do it again tomorrow. All right, let's get into our pigeon pose. We're going to go hands on the mat. We're gonna fold one leg, heel to our hip, and go into this stretch position. You can go down and relax. Switch. We're gonna lay on our backs. We're gonna go one leg straight, one leg over, grab that knee, and get your shoulder to the mat on the other side. Switch. Going to lay on our backs, cross your legs, go through the middle, and let's bring both up to our chest. Switch. The other side, same thing. Go through the middle. Connect your hands. Just bring those legs up to your chest. Let go of that. Turn around. We're gonna go hips to the mat. Arms straight. Hips back, chest down. One arm through as far as you can reach. Thread the needle. Switch. Time. Awesome work, you guys. Thank you to all of you that joined us today for our Mission Fit workout. We've been doing this every single month. You can catch this workout on YouTube on your own time so you can continue to work out. Other days, we're building up a library to the point that you will not get the same workouts day after day. So go on our YouTube, check us out, and keep crushing it. Have a great day.